Ollie, thanks very much for joining us on HTTV. Welcome to Huddersfield Town, first of all. The eagle-eyed fans among the fan base noticed that we didn't have an interview with you straight after you joined. Obviously, you were pretty busy at that point. Congratulations on your playoff final win with Blackpool. I mean, let's talk about that first. It must be a real highlight of your career so far.
Yeah, definitely. Just to play at Wembley for one, and then to be able to achieve promotion as well. It was a massive achievement for us, from myself personally. I'm ready for a new challenge, and like I say, I'm really happy to be here.
Obviously, the decision you made to join Huddersfield Town from Blackpool came pretty quickly after the playoff final win. Tell us what it was about Huddersfield Town that really appealed to you to make that decision so relatively easy, because you'd had such a great time at Blackpool. Yeah,
I felt first of all like a change would be good for me. It was probably maybe a good time to leave Blackpool, and when I first heard Huddersfield were interested, I was instantly drawn to it. Obviously, it's got a big history. Only a few years ago, they were playing in the Premiership. It's a good place to be.
You obviously spoke to Head of Football Operations Lee Bromby quite a bit about your proposed move here. You've spoken to Carlos Corberán, the head coach, as well. What are you expecting? What do you think is the difference that kind of made Huddersfield Town stand out, other than just the recent history?
It was more just speaking to him. It was like the way they the way they see football, and a different way of playing, which instantly drew me in to want to try something different. And it's a lot of fast, intense football, which I'm all for, and I can imagine it exciting to play.
You are, in age terms, Ollie, you'll be reaching your peak here. This is what's considered prime years for an outfielder or defender. Do you feel like that as well? Do you feel like there's still more to come from you?
Yeah, definitely. I probably feel the fittest I've ever felt during my career, and now having a good season last year, obviously I want to try and keep on developing, keep on learning, and hopefully get better and better.
Lee made a big point to talk about your qualities of leadership that you will bring to the changing room as well. Obviously, I know you've captained teams throughout your career. We've got quite a lot of really talented but pretty young footballers in that changing room that you're gonna meet. What was said to you about how your role and responsibilities to help some of those guys on? So I'm thinking the guys who might play around you, like Rahmani Edmonds-Green, for example, to the chaps ahead of you, like maybe a Sorba Thomas, someone like that.
Yeah, I can obviously just transfer my experience from the games I played. I'd want to try and, I think I'm a person that would want to try and help players on the pitch. If that's just little hints there, to try and help them become better players. And in the end of the day, if they're playing better, it's going to make me a better player as well. So whatever I can do to help players, just from experience from playing, I can hopefully transfer that to the other players.
I've seen you play right back, central midfield. Lee talked about he thinks you'll make a good centre half in a back three as well. What's your favourite? What's your best position, Ollie?
I'd say I'm just naturally a right back, but I do enjoy playing other different positions. Obviously midfield, you're always in the mix, aren't you? You're always here, there and everywhere, and centre half, if I'm asked to do a job there, I'll gladly do it. I think for me, one of the main things for me is that I love to try and keep a clean sheet, and there's no better feeling than that. So doing that as centre half, I'm more than happy to do that.
And obviously we have a defensive record to improve on from last season. It wasn't where we wanted it to be. Having said that, you look at right back and we've got some good competition for you there. You're really adding to a strong suit with Pippa. Obviously we had a great first season for Huddersfield Town. We saw the emergence of Aaron Rowe as well last season. How much do you relish that kind of challenge?
Yeah, to be honest, I think competition is good for every single player, and especially for me. I think I thrive off competition, competing against them to be able to play and get into the team, and I can imagine for them it's only going to improve them as well. So I'm looking forward to the season, and hopefully play as much as I can.
I'm sure many Town fans will have seen you play, whether that's for Blackpool, whether it was for Crewe previously. But for those that haven't, tell us about your game on the pitch. What do you think your standout qualities are?
I'd say I'll give everything, every single game. I know that's a given, and that's what they expect, but I really do think I do give everything out on the pitch. defensively, I think I'm solid, and I can help out in attack too. Obviously, I think that's something I want to work on, attacking wise. But that's why I'm here. I want to improve. I want to develop as a player, and hopefully I can do that.
You're in a pretty unique, rare position in this town squad in that you've played in front of fans very recently. Obviously, I think there were 10,000 at Wembley for the playoff final. How much did that whet the appetite for the potential of having a full house at the John Smith Stadium for the first day of the season? That's what we're hoping for, that's what we're working towards, but it's been a long, long time, very strange 18 months in football.
Yeah, it has, and only playing in front of 10,000, it felt like a full stadium to what we've been used to. So yeah, no, I really hope that does happen and we can play in front of a full stadium, because I think it's, like I say, when you're playing at home, it encourages you to do better and do well for the fans.
I'm sure you, like all town fans, were looking at the fixtures this week as well when they came out. It brings a sense of realism to it, doesn't it? The fact that you're going to be in training, with the players from now on, but also that you know what the first game of the season is. It kind of makes it all feel a bit more real, doesn't it? Yeah,
definitely. I think obviously every player probably waits for that fixture list to come out. Like I say, look at important dates. Obviously, the first game. It's every player looks forward to knowing what the season's going to bring. So yeah, can't wait.
You've obviously worked really hard to get to the Championship, Ollie, as well. It's something you talked about. How much did that bring it home to you that you've this is your opportunity in the Championship? We see some of the names that are going to be playing this season. Obviously, Fulham just come down. There's some big clubs in this division, isn't it? It's one of the most competitive leagues in the world.
Yeah, that's been probably my goal since I first started to be able to reach the Championship. I think I've played a lot of years now in Leagues 1 and 8 season in League 2, but now obviously I want to challenge myself and be able to go to these big clubs and play, and hopefully with Huddersfield be very successful.
Obviously training, I don't think I've ever met a footballer yet that enjoys pre-season training particularly, but that'll happen. But the first friendly's around the corner as well now. How much are you looking forward to getting back out on the pitch after a short break?
No, I'm just looking forward to obviously meeting the lads, playing, learning how other players play, and obviously it's a new team for me now, so learning how each other player plays differently, learning from them, and like I say, to be able to play games with them as soon as possible obviously would be great.
I know town fans will be looking to seeing you pull on the blue and white stripes for the first time. Welcome to Huddersfield Town, Ollie. We look forward to seeing you in action.
Thanks very much, thank you.